So there's something else that doesn't get talked a lot when it comes to spiritual awakening. It leads to some really dark times in the soul, and it leads to ego death. No one tells you that you're going to have to experience this darkness and this complete and utter ego death. Two of the most painful things that you will ever go through. And these are necessary because God, Source, the universe, use these experiences to purge you from your old identity and your old belief systems and your old comfort zones, to move you and elevate you into a new place in your life. It can look like crisis in your life. You're plunged into crisis. Your sense of stability is gone. Could be loss of a job, loss of income, loss of home or housing, loss of family members or friends, old relationships, people in general. Everything that once brought you comfort is no longer there, and it's spiritually sourced. There's nothing you can do naturally to stop it. You may try to fix things and you try everything to make things right, but all the old doors are closed to you because this is happening from a spiritual place. It can be so painful and even terrifying. You might start noticing a decline in your own mental health. You might feel crazy and like no one understands you or can help you. And if that's not enough, there's more. You've got an ego death coming, and that looks like any identity that you tried to hold on to is going to dissolve. Whoever you thought you were and what your belief systems were, your occupation, your personality, what you think about yourself, whoever you identify as is going to dissolve. And that can be an incredibly painful process. But all of this serves a purpose, and it's a divine purpose, because in order for you to truly understand and connect with God, you have to dissolve who you are or who you were. You have to dissolve your old belief systems, religious belief systems, the societal and cultural programming that you have all has to go. And so the process of darkness and the ego death is the blackening, as we call it in alchemy, the burning away of it all so that you can connect truly to God. And that only happens once you surrender to those two processes. The hardest thing to do is to surrender and allow yourself to fall to the bottom, fall to the lows, fall into the shadow work. But when you do this, that's when you begin to rise to the top. So surrender to it. Once you do, your connection starts to become very clear. Your signal becomes clear and direct to God or to Source. Once that signal or connection to God becomes clear, everything changes. You begin to walk in gratitude, in peace, and true love for yourself and for others.